Even on the Upper East Side, the laws of physics dictate that what goes up must come down, even when it feels like our feet are a million miles off the ground. But when we've hit rock bottom, we hope that some way, somehow, our fortunes will change, that a great force will reverse the trend. Okay, here we go. Welcome back to another episode of Three Gossip Girls. I am Liz.
And I'm Michelle.
And tonight we are discussing episode 20 of season 5. We have made it to the 20s.
Wow.
Salon of the Dead. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, original air date April 16th, 2012, written by Natalie Krinsky, directed by Norman Buckley. To celebrate their official coming out as a couple, Blair and Padge host a glamorous British-themed salon. Lola lands the audition of a lifetime, but Gossip Girl may have other plans for the Upper East Side's latest it girl. Meanwhile, Lily and Rufus disagree over the best way to handle the Ivy situation, and Serena and Diana face off over things they both would prefer to remain secret. Shit hit the fan this episode.
I would say that. That's putting it lightly.
And to go with this episode, I have the perfect pairing.
Oh.
I mean, come on, our ship name in a cocktail. So, of course, it has pear elements in it. But I also wanted to do something for Britain. And so I Googled, and I actually found that there's an alcoholic beverage made from fermented pears, similar to the way that you ferment apples for cider. And so it's called Perry. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to make this. So I made a non-alcoholic version of a pear cider. And I posted the recipe on Patreon. It will be up when this episode goes live. But it just has pears and orange and cinnamon sticks and all like spices with vanilla. And you just boil it up with some water. And it's cooling right now. And it's delicious. Randy and I were sipping on it. So we're going to have some later tonight.
Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing. I definitely have to make this.
I was like, I'm going to give Michelle some because we're not together tonight.
No, we are separate.
We are separate. Okay, so my 3 gossip words I gave you last week were audition for Lola, which you nailed. Irrelevant for Gossip Girl is or isn't irrelevant. Also, you did wonderful with. And compromise, we had that for the pear salon, but also Lufus. Lufus is going through a lot right now.
Ooh.
Let's get them out of the way first because it's fairly short. So Lily and Rufus have been separated for, I guess, about a week.
Yeah, it seems like that.
At this point.
Yeah.
Each episode we think is about a week. Rufus has been at the loft in Brooklyn. Dan comes over and he's wearing a suit and claiming it's a Blair thing. So, Rufus projects his feelings onto Padge, advises him not to change himself for love because he felt like he has lost himself ever since he's been married to Lily.
Yikes.
Ouch. This is really messed up.
Yeah. And
this
to have
is really
this
bad.
Yeah, and to have this realization now. I mean, it almost comes off that way. I don't know. I had such mixed feelings in this episode about both of them, but
Same.
when he said it like that, it kind of is. It kind of has been portrayed that way. We always keep joking he's a houseplant. He's just there. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And how did you feel about him giving this advice to Dan? Now he's telling Dan, don't get wrapped up in Blair. Be your own person. Don't change yourself for love. And I feel like, well, yes, I feel like you should give advice as a father, but maybe let your kid make his own mistakes sometimes. Like, he was projecting it. The first time I watched it, I felt like, oh, you're projecting. The second time I watched it, I understood a little bit more that we needed to hear Rufus's side. And he really didn't make the entire conversation about Dan. He was like talking personally. But at first I was like, oh no, Rufus, I love pear. So I was like, don't try and sway him. So now this is getting in his head for the rest of the episode.
Yeah, I also think too, we've had discussions about how Rufus has dealt with the whole pear affair and he's all about it and then he's not and then he's all about it and then he's like, go for it. And then he pulls back. So I don't know. Anytime he's been giving advice to Padge the past couple of times, I just kind of don't even take it seriously.
Right. Yeah, and I feel like that's what you have to do because I feel like we're just having to give Rufus something to say.
Right.
And then later on, after they had that conversation, Lily shows up to the Brooklyn loft to say that she misses him. She wished that they would, work things out and that they should sell her apartment, the one that she loves, and buy something that's equally their own, something that fits them both.
This was sweet, actually. I really liked this. Yeah.
Yeah, she says, I love you way more than I love that apartment. So they make up temporarily.
Yeah.
But then all is ruined when Lily finds out that Rufus has been paying for Chivy to stay in a hotel with his own credit card. But oh my God, no one saw that coming.
No. Definitely did not. What did you think? I feel like this is definitely crossing a line.
It is. It's crossing a line because this is her arch nemesis right at this moment in time. So you paying for this person to stay in a hotel. On the other hand, Chivy was basically homeless.
Right.
So he feels guilty. He says, I feel guilty for giving her nowhere to live. So I'm mixed. While I think it's overstepping a boundary yet again, I do feel like poor Chivy. Like, I love Chivy, so.
No, I know. And we keep saying that every week, that we know Chivy's not bad, we think, right? Like, we're a team Chivy. But I also you understand where Lily's coming from. Like, if my husband did this and they don't know the Chivy side, this is hurtful. Mm-hmm. It's drawing a line in the sand that should be pretty clear, and you're on the opposite side of it.
Right. And, does all of this behind her back. Granted, he uses his own credit card. I mean, thank God for that. But, he felt like he was doing the right thing, even though it was super shady. And Lily's like, you're shady.
It is shady. That's what it is. It's completely
she's
shady.
Like, this person has conned my family. It's affected our lives so much, and yours too.
Yeah.
And he's just like, that's what I felt like was the right thing. And so then they have another, a fight about this. And our last scene with them is that Rufus is sitting in a coffee shop. He goes to pay for his coffee, and his debit card is declined. So
what is up with that?
I feel like it's just like, I was like, wait, is there something fishy going on there? I took it as, the more I watched it, as Rufus doesn't have his own income.
Right.
So him maybe putting Chivy up in hotel or whatever other bills come out of that credit card or debit card. Now he has little funds, and he doesn't really work.
Right.
He is that band manager, which we never see. And like, how much money could they be possibly making right now for him? But other than that, he doesn't work. So everything that they have is because of Lily.
Yeah.
So
and it's almost
a problem.
Was it clear? And maybe we did discuss this, but did he give up his career and what he was doing? Like, he was working, like managing, and then he wasn't. Did he give that up on purpose, or did the work just run out? I don't remember.
I don't think they ever said like the real reason of why he doesn't do anything. I think it just kind of like, on the back, it's a back burner character, back burner storyline, and we don't really get the pieces put together for that. So this Rufus is just, he's
existing,
doing nothing. Exactly. He's the houseplant that we always joke. And so the fact that he's doing nothing is now harming him because he doesn't have anything to call his own.
Yeah.
And the only thing he has really is that apartment.
Right.
So,
which, how is he paying for that? How's he paying for the loft in Brooklyn? Unless Padgy's funds from the book is paying for it.
Maybe, but I feel like if I was Rufus would be too proud to let his son pay for their apartment with his book money,
Right.
So I'm not really sure. That's a good question. I think it's just something we're supposed to overlook.
Sure. Got it.
Okay, we have to talk about the next old married couple, in my opinion, which they need to announce their relationship to the world. I think this is so funny and ridiculous because it's Gossip Girl. And they give me very Seth Ummer vibes, like a little bit of energy of like them reading the newspaper and like passing the coffee. Like they just have like similarities. like this a similar energy, a comfort energy, and a bossiness in the woman's side of the relationship. I don't know. But it's the Blair show, and she says that they need the perfect public outing for their relationship, and she's planning this special moment to be photographed at the theater, and Dan just going along with it. I mean, he just says yes to everything, hence the suit that Rufus saw him in earlier.
Right.
And they end up at lunch in Brooklyn after the Rufus conversation, which Pat suggests that they do their public reveal maybe at a tree planting event next door in Brooklyn, and Blair obviously doesn't want to do that.
Why do they need to come out to society? You would think Blair, after being in the limelight and with her divorce, she would not want to be in the public eye. Actually, I shouldn't say that, because of course Blair would want to be, but now it's on her own terms, so I guess she can control the narrative. But also, why?
I think it's because that I didn't get to be a princess thing.
Got it. Okay.
My public outing
debut
of me being in a relationship, or my debut, exactly.
Yeah.
And Dan, I don't think he cares either way. I think he just wants Blair to be happy with whatever they're doing, and so he doesn't speak up. But when he does, he says, "Let's just do something that's both our own." And when they can't really make a decision on what that is, Julian Tepper and Jenna Gribben. Now, did you know who they were?
Okay. I'm so glad you have names. They look very familiar, and I wanted to Google more about this couple and who they are, but I didn't want to because spoilers.
Right. Well, basically, the story from what I gather is that they met, similar how they say that Jenna was from Queens and he was from the upper crust, and they fall in love, and they tried to make their relationship work, and they opened up the Oracle Club in the city.
Okay.
Which is kind of, I mean, if I'm wrong, I might be wrong, but it seems to me like a very intellectual club / maybe place you go and get some drinks, but like it's a very status place for intellects.
Sounds very pretentious.
Very pretentious. And I guess, I don't know if they were fans of the show or it was just so perfect that this is like what's happening in Pear's life that they decided to contact them and have them come and make a cameo. But I did have to look it up. I wasn't key on this relationship. And so I did learn some things about these people, but they opened up, I guess, essentially a club together, a very exclusive club.
They remind me of a friend's ex-wife. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
I totally understand what you're saying with that.
I'm sure you do, because I attended an event once that had to involve conversation, and it was definitely an interesting situation, and Ingrid came with me and my sister came with me, and we felt very out of place.
Out of place. Definitely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Blair and Padge feel a kinship with this couple, and they decide, hey, please have lunch with us so that you guys can help us compromise our relationship. So Julian and Jenna mentioned how they frequently have salons. Now, again, didn't know a salon was a thing. Thought a hair salon was a thing.
And also a saloon,
a social salon,
right?
I also thought it was a saloon.
Like, should we have a salon for our birthdays in March? You're invited. People will be like, who the fuck are you? Get out of here.
We have to invite no one that we know.
This is a nacho salon.
Nacho salon.
That's right. Exactly. Oh my gosh. So
nacho
fun.
Typical salon. I mean, we got this slogan right
there. There it is.
Yeah, so didn't know what a salon was until watching this episode, but it's a party where you have food and drinks, but it's mostly intellectual discussion, and everyone has a topic that, you know, they're heated about, and people have these very, you know, upper crust talking topics, I guess. I'm not really sure because we didn't really get much of an example.
Right. And like, I like the idea of this because, you know, I love random topics of discussion.
Yeah.
It's just the execution behind it where you're like, but this is so Blair and so what she's about and wants. And Padge, too, in a way.
Yeah.
You know?
He really has, he had that in him, and it was just being in the Upper East Side that kind of just did that very slow switch on him.
Yeah.
But he likes it.
Oh,
he definitely
he does.
likes it. Because he can be super fucking pretentious.
Yeah,
like,
he
super
can.
pretentious. So,
yeah.
They agree this is the perfect idea for them as a combination. So they start planning their evening and decide to make it British theme and maybe not invite Serena or Nate or really anyone they talk to. But let's invite Jenna and Julian, which now I'm sounding like I'm talking about YouTubers.
Yes, you do.
But hey, let's invite Diana because she's British and she's also press. That makes sense.
Whatever. Okay. Mm-hmm.
So the salon is happening. Blair and Dan are welcoming everyone, none of these people that we recognize, and explain the rules about how a new topic of discussion is introduced when a new course is served. And the way that like Padge was explaining this, I'm like, this is so like you literally just read this off of your script. It did not sound genuine whatsoever to me.
Agreed. Yep.
It was like you just needed him to be the one to say it. Like, it could have been Blair that said the whole thing, but it was like, yeah, and I don't know. It just...
So, did Jenna and Julian bring these people? Who are these people?
Yes. I don't know who they are. Maybe they are Jenna and Julian's friends, but not one person was recognizable.
No.
Yeah. So, while the party is happening, there's a huge dilemma. They run out of ice. I mean, the horror of running out of ice.
OMG. You can never have enough ice.
You can never have enough ice. And so this is the worst thing that could happen to Blair, obviously. You can't run out of ice at Blair Waldorf's party. So Pear goes together to get some. And while they're gone, everyone who wasn't invited, Serena, Nate, Chuck, Lola, all these people show up. And a huge bomb goes off, which, don't worry, we'll get to. So when Pear returns, they realize their party is a flop. That means their relationship is a flop. And how will they ever work if neither of them want to join the other's world? Now, while it was comical, this is a serious point in a relationship. If one person's not, or both people are not willing to compromise in what they like to do and who they are as a couple, then how is that really going to work? And so they part ways, and later that night, Dan arrives to have a sleepover with his girlfriend and states that their relationship is their world, no one else's. It's about them two coming together. That's what makes it, their own relationship. And I thought that was really sweet.
It is sweet. How are you feeling about it's not an affair anymore, but I like saying it because it rhymes, the Pear affair. How are you feeling about Pear?
My heart flutters still.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mine is I think an appreciation for what it is for now, even though I'm convinced this isn't it.
Right. Yes. So I know things, and I like to believe what I want to believe now, and I think it's sweet.
Yeah.
I think they're a good pairing regardless of if it's romantic or if it's friendship. I think they just need each other.
Yeah.
I've said this a million times, so.
Yes.
I digress. All right, now we have to talk about the meat of the episode, which basically involves literally everyone else: Serena, Lola, Nate, Chuck, Diana. So bear with me here because there's a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
So Serena, she can't stand that everyone is still on the Lola train because Lola is so popular. She gets an audition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Serena is feeding through her Gossip Girl blast coming in, and her cousin heads to her to get some tips on what to wear. So Serena gives her a dress. And during this time, the two have a discussion about how Lola is everywhere on the tabloids except not Gossip Girl lately.
How weird.
And Lola's like, I don't give a shit. Gossip Girl's irrelevant and she's pathetic. And Serena's clearly offended by this. She tells Lola she's so confident that nothing seems to be able to make her cry. Why would you say that to someone? Nothing can make you cry these days. Why would you want her to cry?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like we understand Serena. We said this last week. She's very sad, right? It's clear. So and it comes out later of how she feels, but it still annoyed me. And like, I don't know, her mannerisms towards Lola annoyed me. And I feel like Lola is now all of a sudden just like, okay, hey, cuz, how's it going? I'm like, wow, we got over that real fast.
Right.
You know,
right.
I don't know. I'm like, it's just not being sold to me.
No, and I think they're both desperate for friendship at this point, but neither of them are doing a very good job of trying to connect with the other. Like they're doing an okay job, but when it comes down to it, they're truly not friends.
Well, I mean, you know, Serena could be, and I feel like Lola is making these little efforts, but
yeah.
But Serena's just so petty. She's so petty. And Lola triggers her by saying,
without even knowing it.
Right. That Gossip Girl is irrelevant.
She triggers her daily without even knowing it.
Yeah.
And so poor Lola has no idea that this is the case. And, you know, Serena's just doing what she can. And even Mike, our patron, states that, like, the fact that Serena needed family with the whole Chivy stuff, and now, okay, you're using your cousin. Family is everything, I thought, Serena. So she just is. She's a hypocrite.
Yeah,
a hypocrite at this point.
Yeah.
So Lola arrives at the audition, and it's been canceled due to some bad press. And apparently, Gossip Girl has called out Lola for being a huge diva. And Serena is scrolling through all of these trolls commenting about Lola, and she's laughing and smiling and thinking it's great. And then she tells Lola, well, I guess Gossip Girl isn't irrelevant after all.
I mean, I knew it was coming, but as she said it, and as she's just like eating her berries in the bed, and she's just like, oh, Blueberry, here's another troll comment. I'm like, you're the worst right now.
She really is.
And everyone's like, and that was the other thing. Like, Lola's canceled after one comment about how she was apparently a diva. I mean, I know how this goes, right? You believe everything the internet tells you. But they're like, oh, Lola's canceled. Never mind. Don't like her. Don't want her. No more Lola, please. No more Lola. I was like, oh my God. This is so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah. And so Lola leaves, and she's sus. She calls Nate, and she's like, Serena's definitely Gossip Girl. Because Serena is so bad at hiding her emotions about everything that's happening with Lola. She's almost giddy when Lola's telling her about her audition.
Yeah.
Everything. And Lola is like, I'm on to you. And so, of course, Nate's like, this is absurd. And Lola argues all the reasons that it makes sense, that why would she not post about negative things about herself? Like, that would make it seem like she's the Gossip Girl if she never did. She has some valid points, and so she decides, I'm on a mission to fix my audition and to prove to you that Serena's Gossip Girl. That morning, Nate arrives to work late, tired. He says he's got a lot going on in his life with his girlfriend, Serena, and his best friend Chuck is searching for his missing relative. You know, the same old story.
MBD.
And so Diana's like immediately crapping her pants, like, what do you mean? Who is he looking for? And so she calls Jack to tell him they need to stop Chuck's mission before the truth comes out. So it's all brewing.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, to me, it was pretty
obvious. It was obvious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So she's on the phone with Jack, and the real Gossip Girl messages her saying that Serena is holding her site hostage and she needs her help to get it back. And if she doesn't, she's basically going to blackmail her and, reveal her secrets. So Diana shows up to confront Serena, who, of course, can't deny that she is Gossip Girl. And Diana knows that she's not the original Gossip Girl, but she says the original is going to great lengths to get her site back. So Diana says, I'll help you keep the site from the real Gossip Girl. That way that none of our secrets get out because, Diana has a load of them.
Secrets.
Plural. She's got a load of secrets. And so Serena isn't really wanting to join forces with her right away, but she's like, I'll promise to make you the most gossip-worthy site in the city. And so Serena says she has to think about it. Later, Serena goes to see Diana, I guess, to explain if she's gonna take the deal or not. But she runs into Nate, and Nate tells her that Lola thinks she's Gossip Girl, which of course she denies.
Okay, wait.
She laughs it off right away.
Nate as a boyfriend, I feel like
it just keeps going. Trust me, next week it just keeps going.
Oh, I'm sure. But I feel like if you're going to date someone and you're any kind of have a relation to Serena or threatened by Serena, like Nate will forever be loyal to Serena and you don't have a leg to stand on.
No.
Because this is
he
the
tells
girl.
her everything.
Yes. And while I appreciate loyalty to a friend, it's not great for your girlfriend.
Right. And I mean, it's not just Serena, because he does do it. Like I said, like next week, he does do a similar thing where it's like, just shut your mouth.
Yeah.
Let this other person tell their secret and just keep it to yourself. Just keep it to yourself.
Interesting. Great.
Yeah. But they make up, Serena and Nate, temporarily. And Serena overhears Diana on the phone with Jack telling him that Serena is Gossip Girl. As long as she stays Gossip Girl, no one will find out what she did for Chuck at the hospital. So she says it flat out. Whatever she did. So Serena hears that. Before she sees Diana, she heads to the hospital, and like HIPAA doesn't even exist because this nurse is like, yeah, I saw her. She donated blood. I remember Chuck Bass. I was there.
Dude, first off, is Serena just asking every nurse that goes by? She's just standing there.
You were there, right?
Yeah, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
No.
And the nurse is like, yes, actually, she was here to donate blood and just escaped really quickly before Charles woke up. Like,
Great.
What?
Great.
Exactly. So Serena finds out that Diana will be at Pear's event, so she decides to go. So before that, Lola heads to see Serena at the Waldorfs, and she overhears a conversation between Pear that Dan is going to potentially announce his new book idea to the salon that evening. And so Lola takes Dorota's phone and sends a blast to Gossip Girl about Dan's book.
Okay. All right.
This is so confusing, by the way. I had to explain it to myself 4 times and it still doesn't make sense.
Okay, that makes me feel better because sometimes I am lost, and you really do. You guide me here. You are my Gossip Girl guide.
I try.
But also, Lola's execution on this was really poor, and I don't understand why she went this route. Like, how is sending a Gossip Girl
it doesn't
blast
make sense
going to catch Serena? Like, Gossip Girl would post it anyway. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. And so she calls Nate and she tells him, like, I have proof. That's not proof at all, but I have proof that Serena is Gossip Girl. Come with me to the Humphreys. And so, of course, Chuck has to come along to this too. So they all arrive at the salon. This is the more confusing part. Lola's telling Serena, oh, I'm so excited to hear Dan's new book. I'm like, why are you telling Serena? Like, I thought nobody knew.
Right. And also, how is this supposed to catch Serena? Like,
it's not catching her in a lie. It's not catching her at all.
No.
And so she says, well, did Gossip Girl post it yet? And Serena's like, I don't know, maybe. And so Lola's like, well, maybe Gossip Girl's here in the flesh tonight. And Serena's like, I get where you're going with this. Gossip Girl doesn't need to travel because she's got lots of people that will do it for her to send the tips in. And then Lola tells her that, well, Gossip Girl. And she's like, well, Gossip Girl's just not fascinating to me anymore. So just leave it be. I'm not fascinated about Gossip Girl.
Sure, Jan.
So then Lola tries to explain to Nate that the reason Serena's there is to crash the party to hear about Dan's excerpt, which is not true. She crashed the party to hear about Diana. So again, Lola, your facts are not straight. And she's like, and she'll post Dan's book on Gossip Girl. And Nate's like, that's hardly proof that she's Gossip Girl. Anyone can send that tip in, including Dan, being that why wouldn't he want anyone to know about this?
Right.
And so Lola's like, okay, I have a better idea. And she runs off. Again, the execution here still doesn't make any sense to me. What are you trying to prove? So I guess she got proof that Serena is Gossip Girl because Serena had the Gossip Girl live app.
That's the only way to me that confirmed it.
That was it, right?
Yeah.
You know, and that was the only thing that made sense to me, is that Serena has this live stream capability.
Right.
And so Lola uses Serena's phone, but to live stream Serena. So it doesn't even look like Serena is Gossip Girl.
Right.
You know?
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
I mean, unless she was like, here, Nate, it was from Serena's phone. But even so, it's still not good proof. So Serena questions Diana, and at this point says, you got anything to say? And Diana reveals that she is indeed Chuck's mother. And everyone gets live footage of this before Lola takes it down. So, of course, Chuck is beyond devastated, knowing that she's been in the city for months. She's been screwing his best friend. He calls her out and he leaves. Serena gets confronted by, Serena confronts Lola, who basically doesn't apologize because now it's proof that Serena is Gossip Girl. And Serena's like, this doesn't prove anything. You actually just really hurt my friends.
Right.
And she begs her, please don't tell anyone, because Nate comes over and he hears that Lola was using Serena. And he's like, I can't forgive you for this. But Lola doesn't tell him that Serena is Gossip Girl. So she thanks her for keeping her secret. It was like such a weird switch again. It was so weird. It was
really weird.
And then to make it even weirder, later that night, Diana arrives at the Empire. She wants to talk to Nate and Chuck both. Which Nate wants nothing to do with this.
This just maybe when, like, wasn't Nate wondering why Lola was uploading that conversation?
I think he just assumed she was so desperate to figure out if Serena was Gossip Girl.
So she was just gonna.
Didn't even.
Okay.
I think. I mean, unless he's not a very.
I know. Okay, I don't continue with the Chuck conversation.
Anyway, so Nate leaves and Chuck says, "I want to hear the truth." So the truth is, Diana met Bart when he was still with Elizabeth, and he charmed her so much that they had an affair. And she got pregnant and was too unstable to keep the baby. Elizabeth apparently couldn't get pregnant, so everyone had a plan. I guess that means Elizabeth knew about the affair, and so they decided to keep Diana's baby. And then she found out Elizabeth had died, which we all know is not true. She's very much alive. And when Diana went to see Bart after that to see if she can see Chuck, he wouldn't let her because it would confuse Chuck.
Right.
Okay. She says that she came back to watch over him. I'm like, 18 years later you came back?
Bullshit.
Though?
Bullshit. I don't buy it. You did way too many other things to come back to watch over Chuck.
I guess because Bart is now dead that she feels like she could come back at this point. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, so she didn't intend, obviously, for her relationship to get serious with Nate. She gets another surprise Starbucks.
I did. I didn't have a second cup of coffee today. And so I was like, can you get me some? I don't want to grind beans I'm Zooming. That's why I was texting before. I didn't mean to be rude. I was like,
that's so sweet.
Cup of coffee. So he's like, yeah, I'll run out and get you. Just a small misto. This won't keep me up like cold brew.
No. Yeah, the cold brew did Michelle in, guys, and I literally passed out that night. It was so funny.
Though it was delicious. That was a wonderful drink.
Good. Liz. I would drink really that again, just not so late.
Same. Same. Yes. Okay.
But anyway, just basically, she didn't realize how serious it was going to get with Nate, and she hopes that now that Chuck knows the truth, he knows what to do with it, and if he decides later he wants to talk to her, then she's around.
But here's the thing. Diana also came back for The Spectator and William, so all of that was involved.
I know. So, like, again, I feel like this text message is like, you have more secrets. Like, that's not even the worst one, is what Gossip Girl says to her. That's not even the worst one. So
what does it mean?
I don't know, but actually I think I do.
Yeah, I was like, you probably do, but I want to know.
I think I know what it means. And then to sum up Lola, she arrives at the Waldorfs to return Serena's dress and admits that she never told Nate that one of his besties was Gossip Girl because it would hurt him even more and she didn't want to do that. And so Serena admits to only becoming Gossip Girl very recently, and she feels like she's got no control in her chaotic life and just needs something to control. So I understand the validity there.
Yes.
However, the way you treated your cousin, you could have just been Gossip Girl and not like used her.
Well, okay. I think she felt it slipping away from her. Like, yes. Oh my gosh, my whole identity, I have nothing. It's just, there it goes. And I need to grab control. So I like the ownership at the end of like, actually, I am a kind of sad person and this is the only thing I have.
Yeah. I'm glad she admitted it.
Yeah.
She's honest with herself. She knows why she's doing it. So there's that. But this is, and then, you know, Lola says to her, like, you're basically just as bad as the original, though, because you're hurting people that care about you and that, you know, and she's like, well, I survived, so they will too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awful reasoning.
That is an awful reason.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Lola leaves and Serena decides to write a post about how Lola is just over. That's it for Charlotte Rhodes. And Lola calls Carol to tell her, I think you were right about the Upper East Side bomb. I want nothing to do with the Vanderwoodsons, and you were right.
Yeah, we'll see. I feel like this isn't finished yet, but we'll see.
Okay. But that's my summary, and we're going to take a short break. We'll come back with Theo and Cordy. So excited to chat. It's been a long time, and I was listening to our last episode, and things have changed so much on the show. It's so great, so I can't wait to talk to them about it.
Yay!
Yay! Okay, welcome back from break. We are now joined by Theo and Cordy from Freaky Franchise Podcast. Welcome, ladies. It's been so long. How are you doing?
Hello. Hi. It's great to be back.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Theo, have you finished?
I have not finished. I have like 3 episodes left.
Oh my goodness, I'm
dying. I know. It's like killing me.
What do you think of season 6?
I'm not loving it.
Great. Can't wait.
I mean, I'm excited to get there. I have no idea what happens in 6. I'm excited to get there, but then it also means we're coming to the end of this podcast. But then it's also, yay, we're kind of ending the show, you know. So I can only imagine what could happen. Because this season's kind of rough.
This
season's real rough.
There's so much happening.
Wacky stuff.
Yeah. So when you both were on, actually, last time, it was the first time that pair had kissed. And it's so funny because, like, look where we are now, where Blair and Dan are, like, in a relationship, a full-fledged relationship. I'm like, I still like it. I mean, we know it's probably not going to last, but we love it. I love it. What do you guys think?
I'm liking it a lot more than I expected to. I was very dubious in the beginning, and now I'm like, you know what? They actually make a lot of sense as a couple.
Yeah, like they're both a very similar kind of annoying that I think like, matches well together.
That's a good way of putting it.
That's such a good way of putting it. They are a special brand of annoying that just works together.
Yeah,
they're both pretentious.
Yes, I was just going to say that. We were just discussing that earlier about how Dan is super pretentious, and the fact that they're doing this salon thing, it makes sense for him. Like he pretends like he is not from this world, but he likes it. He really likes it.
Yeah,
completely.
For sure.
Yeah, and it just. Did you guys know what a salon was? Because I had no idea.
So
what that was.
No,
I'm
like
did
a regular person. I don't know
because
me too.
I was like hair salon, like hi.
I had to participate in a salon in high school in character.
That's interesting.
We all wrote research papers on modern Europe. We had to choose like a figure from modern European history to write a research paper about, and then we had to attend a salon as our character.
Oh my gosh, this sounds like an episode of Gossip Girl. So who did
what
you
was your character?
go as? Yeah.
So I was the actress Sarah Siddons, who kind of like reformed the concept of acting. Because basically, like, actresses were very frowned upon because they were basically synonymous with sex workers at the time. And so she was like, you know what? Acting is actually really cool. It's a good thing to do. I'm like a family lady. I act with my family. And she invented the classical style of acting.
Cool.
That is so cool.
So cool.
So you had to have, I guess, like, just discussion with food and drinks. Were there food and drinks?
Yeah. We all had to, like, it was like a potluck. So we all, like, brought in an item. I made Earl Grey cupcakes. I went all out.
That is amazing.
I love Earl Grey. Yes.
Yes.
That
it
sounds
had an
so good.
Earl Grey chocolate ganache, which is like my prize piece. It's the one thing I'm really good at making.
Oh my God, that sounds so good.
Yeah.
Do you have a
I could eat that
recipe
right
or is
now.
this
Yeah.
a
I
specialty
do have a
of yours?
recipe.
Could you
I
share
do.
it?
I
Can you send
could.
it?
Yes.
Okay.
I will send it to you.
I would love to make that. Lissy, we should make that. We both love Earl Grey. So
Yeah, oh my God. That sounds so good.
They do not disappoint. And then, we had to like we had like discussion questions and we were randomly assigned a table with other characters. I don't remember what we talked about at all, but
wow.
I
How
did-
many people
That's awesome.
attended the salon?
it was like 50 people.
Wow.
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 And they were all from your grade?
Yeah, it was so I went to like a really weird small school. So it was the 9th and 10th grade.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
Wow, 9th and 10th grade was only 50 people?
yeah.
That's great.
Wow. That's so small.
I did not go to
very
that
small.
school.
No.
No.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like a real small town vibe.
Yeah.
It just sounds like a specific type of school too.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
It was like founded by French hippies who like started homeschooling their kids and their friends' kids. And then they were like, maybe we should make a real
Gotcha.
school.
that's awesome.
It was an odd place. It was great though.
Cordy, you didn't go there?
No.
No, I went to farm school.
You went to farm school?
Yeah, I just call it that, like agricultural school for high school.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool.
You guys are cool.
Very cool. Way cool. I'm sitting here. I'm like, wow, what a basic
We're like,
bitch
we
I
went
am.
to high school?
Drinking a literal Starbucks. Basic bitch right here. Super basic public kid.
Right. We're
It
public
was a public
kids.
school. It was just a public farm school.
That's so cool though.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious about what you would do at school on a farm. Like, do you learn like basic knowledge of agriculture and like how to
Yeah,
grow
well, it was like
things
an
and-
agricultural and a technical high school, so there were like a bunch of different things you could choose. I did horses because,
Oh, nice.
you know,
She's a horse girl.
I'm a horse girl, I guess. I don't like to label myself that way.
Yeah.
That's okay. We have horse girl friends as well
Yeah.
that love horses. So
Yeah, so like it's like 1 week of regular classes. Sorry, our cat's
I'm
being
so
loud.
sorry. That's our cat.
Yeah, it
I
was
know
like
the
a week
life.
of regular classes and then a week of horse classes.
Wow. That's very
That's-
neat.
that is very cool.
Very cool.
I wish I would have learned something like that.
But we didn't
Just-
have any salons.
Okay. No horse
No
salons.
I thought we were the only ones that didn't have salons.
Who didn't have salons, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that's Pear, but what about Chivy, Ivy, Dickens, Charlie Rhodes? We call her Chivy because literally we don't know what else to call her. So what do you both think about that storyline? Because when we last saw you, this stuff had not come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think about this?
I will admit it blew my mind.
Really?
I did not see it coming.
Yeah.
I don't think
I mean,
saw
I
it
did because I
coming
knew,
when
but
watched it.
I mean, Michelle, did you see it coming?
I mean, no. In terms of like this storyline existing, no.
Yeah.
No.
I think
Do
I
you
like looked
like-
over at you. I was like, what?
Do you like Ivy as a character? Because we were really liking her, and then they kind of turned her a little bit with the whole apartment stuff and how she took it from Lily, obviously. So how do you feel about her character in general?
I've kind of always found her annoying. Just her vibe.
Yeah, I've heard that.
She has a pretty annoying vibe. I don't know. Part of me wants to like her because I'm like, yes, scam the rich people. I kind of support her on that. But then I'm also like, I don't like your intentions and stuff. So
yeah, I feel like I had this idea of where it was going to go with her, and then it got like a little not as nice on her part. And I was like, I was with her. She was annoying, but I was kind of with her. And I feel like at this point, I'm not as with her anymore.
Yeah, same. Unfortunately.
I know.
Yeah.
She's going to have to do a lot to make me appreciate her character again, because she's not really doing it for me right now. That show's also missing. We haven't seen her in these past couple of episodes, so.
Right.
So how do we feel about the demise of Louis? Now, I know, Theo, you really liked the actor who plays Louis, but he ended really rough.
I was disappointed
Really?
in Louis.
Yeah.
It was a good arc, but I was just like, Louis, come on, be better.
Yeah.
But also, like, I do kind of get it. I think he just should have not married her.
Yeah. He should have not married her. She should have not married him.
Yeah.
I was really shocked when that happened. I was like, wow, we're really going to do it. We're really going to have a whole wedding and go through with the whole wedding. I mean, barely, but they did.
Yeah. Blair's wedding look, though, iconic. Iconic.
Gorgeous.
Her
So
running
true.
through the airport in the wedding dress with the hair and the tiara. Everything to me. Everything. I love it so much.
So stunning. And I said she honestly had never looked more beautiful to me than when she was literally in an I Love New York t-shirt and sweatpants with her bridal makeup and hair. And I was like, oh my God, a vision.
Iconic.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And even in last week's episode, when Dan does do the princess crowning moment, I thought she was breathtaking. I mean, Leighton Meester, we know, is gorgeous, but some scenes, I'm like, could she get prettier? I don't think so. Like, I think she's so stunning.
She's like
Gorgeous.
not human.
Yeah. I have the scene of the crowning in my dorm room, like on my wall.
It's like it's a moment.
It's so cute.
It's a lifestyle.
I have a lot of pictures on my wall, but like it's just so cute.
It's really cute.
That's
And
what we
just
said
her
last
face is
week.
adorable.
We love that moment.
Anyway, I wanted to know if you both watched the reboot, because when we talked about it, it was in talks, but it wasn't released yet. So did you end up watching the Gossip Girl reboot on HBO?
We have.
We've
I don't
seen
know
most
if we're
of it,
completely
right?
Caught up. We might have like one episode we haven't watched.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
I'm not loving it.
I really like the soundtrack.
The soundtrack's really good.
It has a really good soundtrack.
They have good music. I mean, obviously in great fashion and
great fashion. I love the fashion. And I like some of the jokes are funny. I find the characters not likable enough to support the awful things they're doing. Because I feel like in the original Gossip Girl, everybody does horrible stuff, of course, over and over and over. But I still, in general, like the character, or like find them enjoyable to watch. And I think this one maybe like humanized them a bit too much, to the point where I'm like, you're not really like a caricature anymore. Like in the original Gossip Girl, you're just a bad person.
Interesting. That's a good point.
And I hate Obi. I hate Obi.
Yeah, we hate Obi.
Yeah, we have some issues with him
we have
as
a
well.
lot of issues with Obi.
And I hate the teachers so much. Like, I kind of like that we know who Gossip Girl is to begin with. I think that's interesting. But they're just such losers. I just get a rage inside me every time they're on screen.
Well, yeah, I mean, all the teachers in general are pretty awful.
Yeah.
Like
For
sad
me,
human
it's like-
beings.
Just
It's
sad. Yeah, they're
so-
sad. They have nothing happening.
Yeah.
Super pathetic.
It's so HBO-ified that I really miss the like
CW
like
aspect.
the CW aspect, and I miss the like 2007 aspect too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like like watching it, I was like, these are teenagers, we need to shut this down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know the actors aren't, but I was like, I feel gross.
Yes. A lot of times I was really uncomfortable.
That's why you can't watch Euphoria.
Yeah, I mean, people love Euphoria so much, so.
It's even more HBO-ified than Gossip Girl.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Maybe one day, but I don't know. I'm like a real prude with stuff like that. I'm like, I don't want to be watching all these kids have sex all the time. Like, it's too much for me.
I think it's also hard because we grew up in the age of our teen dramas are early aughts, mid aughts, right?
Yeah.
So then we watch these new teen dramas and I'm like, am I just too old for this? Is this not my teen drama? You know?
Right. Mm-hmm. Is it not our genre anymore?
But it is because I love teen dramas. It's just the new age teen drama. I'm like, maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's even different. Like Riverdale's on the CW and that gets a little much sometimes.
Oh, Riverdale. Yeah, we fell off real quick.
We had to say goodbye Riverdale because it was getting
it got
too
hard to
much
watch.
For us.
I haven't watched it in a while. Maybe if I get really bored.
It was so good, right? In the beginning.
One, 2, 3 hit, and then it just went completely all the way down for me.
Yeah.
That's a no for me, dog.
Yeah. It got to a point where I was like, oh, it's not even funny anymore. Because for a while it was so bad that I was loving it.
That I was like, it has to be like on purpose because it's so bad. I thought maybe
I think
it was secretly a comedy, but I don't know.
The whole Archie getting attacked by a bear plot line, we loved that one.
Like shows like that, I always say if you watch it as a drama, it's gonna suck. But if you watch it as a comedy, it's genius.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
True.
But the last season
that's the attitude you have to have with Riverdale. It's a joke, so it's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Theo, did you end up getting a Cup of Stars tattoo?
I did.
I remembered that because you were talking about Mike Flanagan, and I was like, "Oh my god!" And then you said you were getting it. It was like the week after,
or
something.
Yeah,
where is it?
It's on my thigh, so I'm not really wearing something that I can show you.
Nosy. Where is it?
But it's so beautiful. I love it.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I will email you guys a picture after we're done recording, so that you can see
I would love to see it.
That's great.
Okay, let's get into some questions. So everyone wants to know if Lola is on the island. Michelle, do you want me to tell you if Lola is sticking with us or not?
Okay. Should I say my thing I always say that I'm going to flip a table if she's on the island?
I really say it.
I really don't want her to be because we have to find out if William's her father.
Oh, right. Yeah, so she's not on the island.
Okay, good.
I forgot about that, yeah.
How could you forget about that? She's a sister.
Because what I've watched, like, things already have come out in the open, so...
Okay, got it. Yeah.
They'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone also wants to know, what could you possibly think is Diana's bigger secret to everything that has been going on? I mean, how could it get worse than that?
I don't know. I was when that text came out of like, okay, you have a bigger secret. I was like, obviously, we know this woman's filled with secrets. Her hair is filled with secrets. But I really have no idea. I can't even be creative and even bullshit you an answer.
Do you believe her to actually be Chuck's mom?
Part of me doesn't, and thinks that maybe she's related somehow, like that whole aunt situation, you know, because she did end up giving the blood, but she could have just found a blood donor, or somehow she's just wrapped up with Jack. But to lie about that, like, I can understand you being the biological mother, you know what I'm saying, like what the birth mother. So I don't know, that'd be real fucked up.
Yeah.
If she lied about that.
The thing that
she's a messed up person, though.
Yeah. The thing that really got me about this episode was the idea that if you're not related to someone, you could not possibly have the same blood type as them. That was my first thought. I was like, well, maybe she just has the same blood type.
Right.
Yeah, so the fact that Serena was like really digging into it. She
also,
didn't
the
have
HIPAA
to.
violations that happened.
Yeah.
I know. I mentioned that because the nurse was just like blah 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 blah. Like,
Yeah.
just whatever you want to know.
Yeah. Completely
also-
ridiculous.
I love Chuck's outburst at her just in the middle of everybody there being like, sitting in my apartment, banging my best friend, blah, blah, blah. I was like, this is incredible. He was so dramatic about it. I loved it.
So dramatic.
He only knows dramatic, Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know,
Peak
one,
Chuck
one
Bass.
tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
He
when
can't
like,
have
his
a normal
nostrils
conversation.
flare. He's so mad that I love it. I love it.
Oh my god. Yeah, well, do you think he'll ever forgive Diana?
Probably. I think so, because this new Chuck has softened a bit. So I do.
And I feel like he's always wanted to know his family history. You know, like everything's always been so secretive, or nobody's been around, or they've been dead. So he doesn't have any like connection to his family
right.
besides Jack.
Right.
And he's
So-
been through so much too
Mhm.
with just his whole
Yeah.
family tree, and like thinking this happened before, right? He thought he met his mom and it was someone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mike wants to know, is Dan's hair as bad as the cast of in the Goblet of Fire? Which that hurts me because I love Emma Watson's hair in the Goblet of Fire.
No, hers
Padge
is
is
good.
way worse. Way
But
worse.
So bad.
Harry and Ron's hair is terrible in Goblet
That's
of
Terrible.
Fire.
No,
That's
their
true.
hair is so long and flat and disgusting.
Shaggy.
Bad.
Super like flipped out, really bad.
Yeah.
But Hermione's hair was,
Yeah, her hair was
Gorgeous.
good.
but Dan's hair is disgusting.
It's so gross, but it also reminds me of so many people I know.
Yeah.
Like, I went to high school with a lot of those guys.
Mm.
The like 10 guys
Yeah.
at my high school.
Yeah.
It's just almost wet at all times. Like it has
Yeah.
like a sheen to it. Like it's almost like he put gel in it, but there is no gel. It's just not. It's not good. And like him in the suit, I normally am like, oh, cute, and then the hair completely just eliminated me going, oh, cute.
Right.
Just, I don't get it. I just don't get
It's
it.
like he's doing a hair mask at all times.
yes,
Yeah.
He's doing a treatment. Like
It's a
deep
treatment.
Yeah.
condition
Yeah.
at all times.
At all times. And he just forgot to wash it out. And he's like, I'm just going to see how long I can ride this. I feel you
Exactly.
on it.
And it's
but
also like he's now dating like the most beautiful girl in the world. And this is
Right?
when he's doing this with his hair.
Mhm.
I know.
This is not the
true.
time.
I feel like it's not
No.
accurate that she wouldn't make him fix it.
Yeah, I
Like
was about
that's
to
out
say
of
the same
character
thing.
for Blair.
Unless
She needs
she's
to
just
control
like
that.
so in love with him that she doesn't care.
No, because she's still saying remarks. I mean, she still
She
cares about appearances. So, is this hair for a role? Why is
Maybe.
this hair? I need to understand the hair and
I
why
think
makeup
maybe they
and
just
hair
thought
decide
it
to
looked
do
good
this.
at the time.
Yeah.
I
Doesn't.
guess we have to
Just doesn't.
believe that. It's so bad. So bad.
Yeah. Mike wants to know also, is Rufus in the wrong for paying for Chivy's hotel? So what do you guys think? Because Michelle and I feel like he definitely overstepped a boundary there with paying. But also we like Ivy. So we're like, but she's homeless. So what do you do for her?
Yeah. I think using like Lily's money is really where it crosses the line.
Yeah.
Oh, but he used his own credit card.
Oh, he did. I just assume all his money is Lily's money.
Well, yeah. We were saying, like, where does he get his own income from?
Right. That's what we
Yeah.
were like, 'cause does she pay the bill for his credit card?
Yeah, maybe.
That's what it seemed like.
Probably.
Yeah. Right. Because he doesn't have
'Cause
money.
then she cut him off at the end.
Right.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
right. He couldn't even pay for his cup of coffee or whatever he was having. So I was under the assumption that she cut off everything. So that means
Yeah.
they merged all accounts. Like, Lily has her own account that he cannot touch.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? Like everyone
As
should always
she
have their
should.
own account.
Yeah.
Exactly. Everyone
Mhm.
should have their Pishka, as
Yeah.
my aunt would say, your private little account. But perhaps he merged everything.
Yeah,
maybe.
that was
It
the
seems
sense
like
that I
something he would
got.
do.
It does.
Yeah, he's
That's
very
his vibe for
trusting.
sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like didn't have to sign a prenup or anything like that. I don't even, do we even have that discussion?
I don't
I
know,
feel
actually.
like that wasn't a thing, right? Like where they talked about that. So,
Yeah, I don't remember.
yeah. Yeah, so you guys don't agree with Rufus doing this then?
No, I
I'm
thought
kind
it
of
was
a
like
Rufus hater
one step too
anyways,
far.
but-
Is anyone a Rufus lover? I mean, at this point on the show, he really doesn't have much going on
no.
and
to
he's
like
so
or
whiny.
to hate.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's very whiny.
Yeah.
I'm sick of
He
whiny
just
men.
seems bored. He's just
Yeah.
bored all the time. And you can
Yeah.
tell by the advice he gives. It's not even well thought out.
No.
It's not good.
Right, he needs like some drama. Just stir
Yeah.
the pot a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's boring. He also says that Pear gives him younger Lufus vibes, not wanting to live in the other's world. And to go with that, Vic wants to know why Blair had to have the perfect coming out moment. What does that mean for her?
I mean,
I feel like-
it's so Blair to me. Like,
Right.
we can't just be seen in public. We have to like do a thing for it.
Yeah.
Right. That's what we said too, because
just her.
it is so Blair. And even when she was going through her punch list, when her and Padge were having breakfast and she like mapped out the day, I was like, okay, Blair is back to her normal scheduled programming. And it makes sense. This
Yeah,
is
it's good
so
to
Blair.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Right, like she needs to get back to feel like herself.
Yeah.
Because she hasn't in so long. She was, I mean, Princess Blair, but that really didn't mean anything for her. At least,
Right.
I mean, publicly, she got shamed a lot publicly. You know, there's a lot of things in the tabloids about her and, you know, the negativity is surrounded with that, but she hasn't really been herself in so long. So
Right.
it was like, wow, we got to see Blair. In the episode where she's trying to set up Dan and Serena, the Cupid, you almost see like a shred of it there because she's getting back to like her roots, but now she's with Dan and she needs to find herself just like he needs to find himself in the relationship too. Like the whole compromise was very much needed.
Yes.
Yeah. Which Gossip Girl character would you love to see in I guess the actor or actress, and then we could do character, that you would love to see in a scary movie. I feel like Leighton's already been in The Roommate, so that's kind of like a scary movie, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they've...
We've seen Penn Badgley in You. He's terrifying.
He's so scary.
I would watch anything where
Terrifying.
he was the villain. I'm so scared of him.
He's so creepy.
He does a really good villain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he creeped
Really
me out in The Stepfather, and he wasn't even the bad guy. And he still creeped me out.
He's just creepy. I don't know.
The Stepfather.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
Who was in that?
Who else is in it? I'm trying to remember. It was not like a great movie, but it's like his mom marries this guy and he's convinced that he like kills all his wives and
That reminds me of that Shia LaBeouf movie. What movie was that?
yes, Disturbia.
I like that movie.
Yes, Disturbia. I also like that movie.
And see that like I feel
gives
like
me
that's a
similar
fun take
vibes.
on Rear Window.
Mhm.
So it's kind of
Yes.
like a reimagining, and I liked that a
Mhm.
lot. I would love to see Blake Lively as a final girl.
Yeah.
She definitely would. I feel like I
Yeah.
could see her in that.
Yeah. And
Yeah, I
she's
think she would
actually
do good.
in what's the movie she's in with Anna Kendrick?
Yes, I
She's
did
not
not like that
exactly
movie.
a bad guy, but it made me feel like she
Oh,
could play
that
a bad
movie.
guy.
I
I
think
guess she's kind of a bad guy.
I fell
It's like
asleep
2
for a
words.
really important part of that movie and then woke up and was so confused.
I did not find it to be a very good movie.
Yeah, I heard mixed reviews. I did not see that one.
I can't. It's like at the tip of my tongue, and I can't remember the title.
a simple favor.
Yeah.
A simple favor.
A simple
There you
favor.
go.
Here's the thing about that movie is that I thought the costuming was so good
Yeah.
Mhm.
that I think it's worth watching.
Wasn't there
For
like
that.
a weird incest
Sorry, my cat's like
storyline, though?
licking that.
he's
Yeah, there
crazy.
is a weird incest
I don't like
storyline.
movies
And
that
I didn't
include
like that. And then
There's
I read
too
the
many
book and it
movies
was
with
even
that.
worse.
There's too many movies with a weird incest plotline, and I just don't think it needs to be included.
Well, that comes up in horror a lot.
It does come up up in horror a
Like,
lot
you're
because
watching
it
a
is
movie and then
something
all of a sudden you're
that's,
like,
it is
"Oh."
horrifying to watch. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it works. It horrifies me, but I don't really want to see it.
Oh my god, I like thoroughly and just enjoyed watching you both go.
Yes. So cute. Love it. About incest.
on you.
It
It
was great.
does. I don't get it.
You guys
like,
remind me of me and my sister, where we literally just keep like amping each other up about like this one random topic.
Super cute.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
Vic wants to know, would you have told Nate if you found out Serena was Gossip Girl and have shown him proof? I mean, I guess if we were Lola and I found out Serena was Gossip Girl, I guess, yeah, I would tell him. But he's such a he doesn't keep a secret, this
Yeah.
guy. He's like
No,
too good.
he can't. He just
can't keep
can't.
a
It's not his
secret.
fault.
Yeah, she
I-
should know this by now.
I would have told him. I would have told
Yeah.
him differently. Because I think with Nate, you can't be like aggressive about something. Like, you
Mhm.
have to broach it really carefully.
Right.
And you have to be like,
Yeah.
look at this thing I saw. Isn't this weird?
Yeah.
You have to kind of like lead into it.
Right. Maybe make
Almo-
him think he figured it out.
Yes.
Right?
That's what I was going to say, Liz.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then he could
That's
be
a
the
good
one on the
strategy.
mission.
Right.
And he would keep it secret if he thought it was Serena.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And final question, how will Serena redeem herself?
When Gossip Girl goes to the original owner,
Mm,
I think,
Yeah.
is when Serena will feel like a human again. Like she is under a spell right now.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She
In my
needs to do
opinion.
some soul searching.
The
Yeah, she does.
always.
Yeah.
Rhoda's line calling her a blonde Unabomber.
I know.
dying.
I know. Dorota is so funny.
I love Dorota in this episode. And even her making Dan the
I
breakfast.
know.
She's
I
like,
know.
this is your favorite. And it just, she's so attentive and so sweet. I love her. And she's like concerned about Serena too. She's just a
Mhm.
good person.
She's the best
Yeah.
person on the show.
Yeah.
She is.
She
Like the
is.
purest heart.
And Vanya.
Yeah.
I love that we had
I
Vanya
love
in this
you
episode
too.
too. Like her
so
and
sweet.
Vanya, best couple.
They really are.
Yeah.
They're so sweet. Do you both have anything else you want to discuss from this episode that caught your eye or that you felt like you needed to talk about?
One thing I love is how they're gonna do this salon and they're like, it has to be perfect. We have to come up like with the most erudite topic. And they settle on just British.
Yeah. Like a
Yeah.
huge, broad theme of British.
Yeah. I just found that so charming that they're so worried about it. And I was like, this was what you came up with.
Yeah.
And I really thought the end was so cute when like everything goes so wrong. And then at the end, they're just like laying in bed, like arguing with each other, but in a very like friendly, loving way and like kind of amping each
Yes.
other up. And it just like, it felt like, wow, like they really are like a real couple.
Yeah.
It was sweet.
Yeah.
I know. I'm so shocked that we are here.
Same.
know.
Are you kidding?
Michelle and I never thought we were going to see the day,
No.
and it happened.
This is a fan fiction played out that I'm watching. Do you
Mhm.
know? It's what is happening? Every week I'm like, really? We're still doing this? Even more?
I also just
I
love
love it.
this happens all the time. Whenever there's a really tense moment in Chuck's apartment and you just see that giant photograph of the underwear,
Yeah.
it makes me laugh every time.
It's so
Yeah, it's-
accurate for who he is as a person, though.
That's true.
I'm glad
That's
you
true.
brought that up because I wrote that down. I wanted to discuss that with Liz because that's all I could stare at when Diana
Yep.
came in. I was just like, my eye,
Yeah. It's very
Yeah.
Chuck.
very Chuck, very bachelor pad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all of our questions. Thank you guys so much for joining
Thank
us again
you.
this episode. It was a fun one.
Thank you.
And
Thank you for having
Theo,
us.
when
This
you-
was fun.
yeah, anytime. And when Theo, you are done, I'm so intrigued to know how you felt about everything.
Yeah.
Being that you know who Gossip Girl is too,
Mm-hmm.
you know, how that all plays out for you. And I can't wait for us to get there.
Yeah.
And
It's so weird too being so close and it still hasn't been revealed. And I feel like I'm just like biting my
Yeah.
nails Like, I know it's coming. When is it going to happen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And you have to wait so long.
Yeah.
When you finish,
they really keep you wondering.
Yeah.
when you finish, I'd love for you to send Liz a little thought synopsis, if you will, because I'm dying to hear your thoughts, and I don't want to wait so Liz can, read it to me, because I don't go on, read the emails.
Yeah, no, definitely send. I would love to do that with other people who, any listeners out there. If you finish the show while we are still podcasting, please send us your thoughts so I can read them. And the finale night, everyone's shocking reveal, if you knew it or didn't know it, but it would be fun. So definitely send me a message, Theo, when you finish, because I will. Curious. But that's all we have for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining us again.
Thank you for having us back.
Well, thank you, Theo and Cordy. They're so sweet. I love
They're
sisters,
adorable.
right?
And I just love hearing, how perfect that the whole salon talk.
I know. It's like I planned it.
I know. What?
I was like, no one's ever been to. And Theo was like, no, actually, I have been. It's amazing. I love just perfect timing for.
That was so good. And then just to hear their high school experiences, so different than ours.
So different than ours. I love it. I
really
just love hearing about other people's experience in high school, like how different and cool.
Yeah.
The episode was watched by 1.6 million. And that's really all for the trivia, but I was on the wiki page for the episode, and I was like loving the comments, because I expect there to be a lot of pair hate because there's so many chair stands, and don't get me wrong, there was a lot of comments about like bring back chair, I get it, but there's one quote that I wanted to read that actually is from TV Fanatic, and it states, Blair and Dan officially become a couple tonight, no longer just literature lovers lounging around Brooklyn or an occasional drunken elevator sex partner, but a full-on, out in the open, high society pair. Their British-themed salon was clearly an unmitigated disaster, just not for Dare. They call them Dare. These two clearly come from separate backgrounds, but is there any doubt that despite their differences, they genuinely love each other's company? And that unlike Rufus and Lily, there's no deception involved. That's what it's all about in the end, and with the exception of a brief freak out after the salon went south, through no fault of their own, Dare seemed to find their footing through shared interests and companionship. Maybe you see them as endgame, and maybe you don't, but it's certainly not a superficial relationship. Dan and Blair didn't need press, a fancy salon, or the perfect first impression on this night. Just one another. Rufus and Lily may not be so lucky. His support of Ivy may have been well-intentioned and was definitely a good deed, but represented exactly the kind of behavior he chastised his wife for in the first place. Not a good sign that these two go behind each other's backs to get their way because they deem resolving their differences through communication impossible. Maybe they should take a page from Dare's book. And I was like, that's a great summary of how I feel, at least, about Pear. Like, whether you like them or not, you can see that they have just a good, they just like each other's company. And I just really am happy to see that at least there's that. Like, whether, again, you think it's endgame or not, they do have something. And I was like, I'm glad to see it.
No, I agree to that. I absolutely agree to that.
And they hit the nail on the head with Lily and Rufus. Like, Rufus basically has chastised Lily for years about the lying and going behind the back, and there he is doing it again. So,
right,
not good. Yeah, there's a glimmer of hope I felt, because there was a lot of people who were actually like, I like Dan and Blair on the wiki, and this was over 10 years ago. So I was like,
wow,
oh my god. There was hope in the world then, back in 2011.
There's more Pear people.
Yeah. No, there's more than we think.
Yeah.
We had some music by Ballpark Music, Group Love, The Past, Lemon Sun, Foxes, Frankie and the Heartstrings, The Ugly Suit, and The Broken Remotes.
Oh my gosh, when Group Love played, I was obsessed with Group Love.
Yeah.
This brought back so many memories. So good.
Yeah. 2011, 12, no, we're in 2012, so.
Oh, so good.
I loved Blair's bun that had the braids like all woven into it.
I loved Lily's peace offering salad. Like, give me some of that.
That salad was huge, and that was so funny.
Yeah.
That scene.
Yeah.
I liked Lola's plaid poncho jacket, I guess. It's like blue and tan. Really cute.
Yeah. I like Serena's cape.
Me too. I really enjoyed that. I also liked Lola had like a big chunky braid.
Yeah.
Her hair is so good.
Something I would love, but my hair is so thin. Can
Same.
never pull off
Our
a
hair would
chunky
not do
braid.
that.
Yeah. Serena had a really pretty sparkle dress at the salon.
Yes, she did. And I really liked Lily's brown and gold, like gold heels. The heel was actually gold. I was like really cute.
Yeah.
What about a quote?
My cousin tried to kill me.
Yeah,
Nate.
he always has to add that one in.
Yeah. Just so you don't forget.
Yeah. Oh, it's a Blair thing. I find it's best to pick my battles.
I will eat your roughage.
Yes. It seems I've made too much salad. I mean, that just really cracked me up.
I'm not going green. I'm going home.
Dan, a couple only has one chance to make a first impression on the world, and I'm not doing it knee deep in fertilizer looking like Vanessa, what's her name? I mean, I had to get the quote verbatim because I was like, that is hysterical. Vanessa, what's her name? Yeah, what is her name?
Yeah, what is her name? Miss Seth's been hiding in room all day like blonde Unabomber.
Love that one. Nothing gets a good conversation flowing like a good red. So true.
A Gatsby red, if you will.
Oh, I love a Gatsby red.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. And I love, Diana, looks like mischief is written into your DNA. What about an MVP and shittiest? I struggled with an MVP this week.
So did I, and you'll see why when you hear mine.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah. Yep. 3, 2, 1. Vanya.
Ash. Vanya. Very good.
He's happy to see Rufus. He's super supportive. Everybody else sucks. Here you go, Vanya.
I agree. I should have picked him or Dorota, but I picked Padge because I feel like by default he like sucked less than the rest of them.
Yeah.
You know? He was the voice of reason in the end. He said to Blair, like, look, we're a pairing regardless. It should be our worlds combined. We'll make it work. And I was like, all right, I liked that. We did get some votes for Nate. I don't agree. And we got a vote for Blair. Shittiest. Lots of shit going on, but
I struggled, so
we're just going to go with it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
All of them.
Good one.
I finished the episode last night and I literally wrote all of them. They all sucked in this episode. I did not really enjoy anybody but Dorota and Vanya.
Yeah.
Even though Pear wasn't shitty, I don't know. None of it. They don't deserve to be shitty. It's just Serena annoyed me and Lola annoyed me. Like her execution was bad.
Yeah, Lola did also annoy me. Like, give it up, girl.
Yeah, and Serena's shitty too. I just, ugh.
Yeah. We got the most votes for Serena, but we did get a vote for Diana because she's always shitty.
Always, right?
And she's still lying. There's still lies going on there.
Yeah.
Not good.
No.
All right, it's time for a little Betty of the week.
You're a total Betty. You're a total Betty. You're a total Betty.
Or Betties, I should say. So if you listen to Talkin' Texas Forever this week, our significant others were guests on episode 10, which was so fun. It's different for girls. It was really a great episode. We loved chatting with them, our double date episode, as we called it. So I wanted to represent them this week, just say thank you to both of them because they support us when we feel like we can't do it anymore, or they just are always there to give us advice and support, and we love them very much. And they're Rockin' Randall and Jabroni Tony. I think it's hysterical. Randy's working on a name for Bobby.
Oh,
I'm
really?
working on it. I'm working on a name. I'm like, okay. So thank you to Randy and Anthony. You guys do so much. I mean, Ant makes our music. He's the best. So
he does. He composes for us.
He does. All right. Next week's title and my 3 gossip words.
Yeah, let me get a pen.
Yeah, get it. Okay, so the title for episode 21, which so excited because we're having our patron Will. He's going to be joining us next week to discuss episode 21, which is titled Despicable Bee. Cute. My 3 gossip words are 3 gossip words. Highbrow, parents, invalid. I feel like I've used those before. Invalid. Yeah.
So I feel like highbrow has to do with pear and just what they're into. And their whole pretentious and highbrow comedy and just, yeah. Parents. Well, I don't know why this just came to me and I could be so off, but what if, I don't know, maybe not. When I think of parents, I'm like, are we having like a parent dinner, like a parent dinner where they're going to get together because their kids are now dating? I could be so off. But
cute.
I would,
Eleanor and Cyrus and Rufus and Lily get together.
Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah. Or is it just trouble with, Serena and Padge have to reunite to try to get their parents to work things out? Could be that. And then invalid. Something with the funds, like invalid payment, invalid password with Gossip Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Something in that realm. Like last week, I was so proud of my predictions. They just came out and it was like I wrote the episode, and this time, but it's good. I like to struggle. I love a little struggle.
Yeah, that way you don't necessarily expect what's going to be happening.
Yeah. So give me a little bit. Is next week fun?
Next week has
Good.
a lot of I don't want to say like reveals, but like things get out in the open, I should say.
Okay. So I also feel like parents have to do with Chuck as well, because Chuck has to figure out the shit that's happening with Diana. Is she the mom? If she is, then I don't know. Things need to be figured out. And like you teased a little bit, like Nate is going to continue to just not keep his mouth shut, right?
Yeah, and what also has to be figured out is everyone knowing who Lola's real father is.
Right. Which that's why I was like, she can't be on the island. So a lot of parents need to. A lot of shit needs to be handled.
A lot of parent stuff going on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. You'll see next week, and we'll be together next week.
Yay.
I'm excited to watch your reactions. What shall we do for our emoji?
Should we do the British flag?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's do that.
Yeah.
So give us a British flag wherever you feel suits you the best. So send it away. Whether you want to put it in an Apple Podcast review, maybe you want to DM us on Instagram, you want to send it in the Discord, send us an email. But, this is the time of the night, guys. We're just going to have to say it. You know what's coming. It's those Apple Podcast reviews. Do it if you haven't. If you love the show, it's a free and excellent way to support us. We would be indebted for you for life. We love you. We love our listeners. So if you are enjoying, please do please do so. And if you're listening on Spotify, you can also tap the 5 stars on there. You know, if you're not liking it, then just click out. Just don't listen. But if you do,
go on by.
If you like it, you know.
We see this. I mean, we're getting more ratings on Spotify. I looked today, and those stars are going up. And we just want to hear from you. So we got a sweet comment on Instagram. Thank you so much for everyone who you engage. Like Liz said, leave us a comment or leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Leave us a comment on Instagram. Email us. We love hearing from you. But I wanted to shout out, and I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your username, but Gabe A. Jorge says, OMFG, I love you guys. I'm a huge GG fan. I've watched the series way too many times and found your GG podcast while looking for new GG content and binge it like 2 months. LOL, now I'm up to date and started Let's Talk OC, which that just makes me so happy. So thank you for saying that. And then they say you guys are awesome. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Love hearing from you. It really means so much. And like, Liz always says, when people who actually like Gossip Girl and then enjoy our podcast, that's a win.
It's a win-win-win. Yeah, definitely. All right. So before we go to After Dark, I have a Will's treat as always. Gossip Girl characters as famous Brits for the theme of the episode. So we have Blair, Audrey Hepburn. I think her dreams where she is Audrey is proof enough. Dan, Jane Austen, writing scandalous books about the upper class initially under an anonymous pen name. Chuck, David Bowie. Chuck is more powerful and straight-laced Max from New Gossip Girl. But he lets his Bowie side out if there's a nightclub or masquerade involved. Serena, Princess Diana, blonde and regal with a wild streak. Nate, Neville Chamberlain. Oh, I hear Sully. Someone with great promise who slowly faded due to the ineffectiveness of his character. Lola, Captain James Cook. Exploring new realms is all fun and games until you have been taken down in a foreign land. Rufus, George Harrison. Rufus has, hey, look at me energy in every social circle he is in. He's in the third Beatle in his own life. Oh my God. He is in the third Beatle in his Lily, Margaret Thatcher. Sometimes her persona is like the Iron Lady and she can be ruthless and money grabbing as her. Diana, Elizabeth Hurley. If you know, you know. Dorota, Maggie Smith, perfection personified. Maureen, Queen Victoria. They have gumption and the cockroach-like ability to stay in their position of power seemingly forever. And Will's treat, William Blake. That is my name, and about the only connection I have to the 18th century poet. Wow, I cannot speak. Love it, Will.
I love it. Thank you, Will.
Will, you're the best. We love you so much, and so excited to chat with you next week. So, everyone, if you have questions for Will, if you want to send a Will's treat idea, maybe he'll choose it for the podcast. He told me he will be reading one live, so stay tuned for that. I'm so excited. Yeah, so join us next week. If you're coming with us to After Dark, just strap on into the seats. If not, hope you have a great night or day, and we'll be back next week for you, but we're about to take off.
Here we go.
Click,
click, click, click, click, click.
Ah! You know you love us.
XOXO.
Gossip Girls.
After Dark.
Roller coaster, come on.
Come on. Well, why do we never remember the words to that part?
I don't know, Liz. Every week. It's like,
we should X-nay it. Anyway, we're in After Dark. Not much to discuss again this week. I'm sorry, guys. I had a full packed After Dark last week, but this week it's just Serena yet again. And when are we going to give it up? I'm so tired of it already. Give it back to Dan or Nate or whoever it is.
Right. So if Serena wasn't doing all this dark, evil Gossip Girl, what would she be doing? We had to give her something.
Right.
And I guess it does make sense to give her Gossip Girl since Gossip Girl used to just be obsessed with her. So now Serena can control it. So that works. But yeah, I don't know. you know,
Right.
eh,
Mm.
eh.
Next week's episode is maybe better in the sense that we get a little bit of reveal things. It's a little, it
Yeah.
felt like a really long episode. I remember thinking like, oh my God, am I in the next one already? But I
Oh, no.
wasn't. Like
Right.
in a way where it felt like we were getting so much that I was like, wait. I guess because maybe, and I don't know because I didn't start episode 22, but maybe it's a way for them to wrap up some things so that we can start for the finale.
Right.
So
Well,
whatever that may be.
Do you feel that next week's episode has too much jam-packed and it's just because it feels rushed because we have to get to the end?
In a way, I feel like everything that we as the audience have known for a long time. I don't know why, but every time, maybe because I know it's going to come out eventually, they feel lackluster to me. Like the hospital scene could have went so much more dramatic with everyone finding out that Chivy is not the real cousin. You know, I feel like they could have been. And then with Diana's stuff, it's like that's how they find out. Is that a part? Like, I don't know. Something's missing for me. I think they don't know what to do to out drama themselves anymore. Like the show always has so much drama that it almost seems predictable what they're going to do at this point. So I don't know. We'll see next week what you think. And like I said, we'll be in person. So we have the fun Discord chat and we can discuss everything with everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, right now, Serena's Gossip Girl. Still confused if Nate or Dan is Gossip Girl at this point. So guess we'll see how it gets back to them or him.
Right.
I don't know when that will happen. It's not next week's episode, so.
Okay, good teaser.
Yeah. It's
right.
not. Yeah. So I guess maybe the end of the season.
Yeah.
Like, okay, she's back.
What did you think about Jessica and her Gossip Girl podcast that's coming out?
I think, way to go, celebrities.
Wow.
Stepping on our damn turf. I'm just
every
kidding.
time we see an actor from a show come about with a rewatch podcast, we're like, really?
Pick another genre, okay?
Really?
We're the rewatch people.
How do you feel about her doing it? It doesn't seem like she's going to be rewatching this series like episode by episode. It doesn't seem like that.
It doesn't seem like that. I mean, it could take that route. But as we were chatting in the Discord, she wasn't there for season 4 and beyond, really. So if she does do episodically, she won't really have much of like an inside perspective, I guess, on those seasons. But it seems like she's probably like, I'm going to tell all my story. Like, I'm taking back my narrative because I was so wrongly done, which we know. So like, props to her for doing that. Like our One Tree Hill ladies, or, you know, just like knowing what went on behind the scenes or what we actually don't really know what went on behind the scenes. And just like speaking up and saying like, well, this is my experience and I've learned this, and get to talk to other castmates. Maybe their experiences were different than hers. And like much respect that she's going to talk to Ed because they did date. So I guess, you know, everything's reconciled there and they're friends, and which is great.
Yeah, I mean, Michelle and Taylor. Which Taylor, I feel like probably hasn't talked about Gossip Girl in a really long time. So interested to hear what she has to say about that. You know, once you guys have done that, just come on over here. We'll talk to you guys too. It's cool. Oh yeah, I
We'd
think
love to
there's
chat
room
with you guys.
There's room for all, you know?
For sure. Yeah. I think I'm sure everyone is surprised that it's her.
Yeah.
But interested to see where she's gonna go with it. I want to hear what she has to say. I definitely will check it out.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
I hope
let us know
that
if you guys are gonna do it too.
I can listen without it being too many spoilers. I don't know. I mean, I know a good
I feel
amount.
like with her, at least what she knows, there might be one thing that would be spoiled for you, like depending on who she has on the show. But I feel like in her first episode, like how much could she really like talk about, you know?
She lays it all out.
Like here's the whole thing that happens in season 6, or, you know.
Yeah.
But Yeah, we'll see. I mean, maybe I'll listen first and I'll give you the okay and say like,
Right.
yeah, this is a good one.
Go for it.
Yeah, and we are so close to the end, unfortunately, that I feel like once we are done, we can just hop on into that podcast and listen to all the things that we didn't know or we're learning. And she said she's gonna talk about fashion behind the scenes. So cool.
Yeah, the trailer sounded very interesting. So I'm definitely here for it. We always talk about I love behind the scenes. It doesn't ruin magic for me. And especially with this show, I want to hear all of it.
Same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. We'll be back next week for episode 21. We are only 3 more away until the finale of the season. So stick with us, guys. We'll be here next week. We'll be watching it together again. So excited. And just have a great, wonderful week. We'll be back.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to 3 Gossip Girls Podcast. You can email us at 3gossipgirlspod@gmail.com. Or if you want to follow this show and all of our others, you can head over to Instagram at Total Betty Podcast Network.
This has been a Total Betty podcast, produced and edited by Michelle Rubenstein and Alyssa Tenio, music by Anthony Vicora.